to our live stream underground data center inside the mountain from Hagerbach Desk Gallery in Switzerland. My name is Klaus Wachter. I'm the Managing Director of SCAUT, and on behalf of the project team, we are pleased to welcome you to this live stream. Edge computing, underground, below ground means new perspectives. We live in a digital world and produce more and more data every day. Even though we send this data to the cloud, there is still a physical infrastructure needed to process this data. But space at the surface is rare, especially in urban areas. To solve this challenge, we think that the underground space offers new potential. Therefore, SCAUT has initiated the project called Edge Computing Underground to develop a new concept. Since this concept requires different competencies, we have joined forces with different industry partners, Amberg Engineering, Detweiler, Siemens, and GeoEgg. SCAUT is responsible for the project management and the coordination. Each partner brings in their competencies in a special field. As you can see behind me, the consortium is currently operating an underground data center prototype here at Hagerbach Desk Gallery. This prototype serves on the one hand side as a test environment to establish new solutions and to analyze different parameters. On the other hand, it's the ideal demo environment to bring customers here and explain the concept in a touch and feel environment. Let's explore more and hand over to my colleague Antonia Conaro, who will address the various benefits of such a solution.
Thank you, Klaus. Welcome to our worldwide audience. A very warm welcome from me and from Amberg Engineering. I'm very pleased to be here inside the cavern, inside the mountain, and show us our fabulous prototype edge computing underground. So why are we underground? Why is our slogan below ground means new perspectives? Well, in today's ever more densely populated world and ever more connected cities, available land is getting increasingly scarce and expensive. At the same time, energy demand is strongly rising and continuously so. This development leads to a major spatial and energy constraints on all fronts. That is why we in a consortium, and Amberg Engineering being a part of it, have joined forces to develop this prototype. That way we can accommodate data centers in a very space-efficient, cost-efficient, and secure way. As we can see in the graph, increase in space requirements from 2020 to 2025 are enormous, and the real estate prices are also increasingly in parallel with the space requirements. So that is coupled with the lack of available land. See here the demand multiplying manifold in cities from Zurich to Silicon Valley to Frankfurt to Singapore. The demand is not sustainable. So to combat this scarcity of land and to find reasonably and suitable priced real estate, we are going below the surface. Going underground offers space and flexibility, and underground structures are now feasible in all kinds of soil conditions, thanks to cutting-edge technology and thanks to engineering know-how, which we from Amberg Engineering provide. So why go underground? As you can see in the graph, there's multiple factors here at stake, but we have especially a reduced energy demand thanks to constant climatic conditions. We have natural protection, which the underground provides. We have a naturally and cool and secure environment. And with our concept, we can make sensible use of derelict tunnels, of basements, and of underground spaces. Last but not least, it offers us a sustainable and resilient solution, which is much more called for in the future. So I am sure you're curious to see what the data center actually houses inside and how it operates from an IT point of view. So I'm pleased to hand over now to my colleague Adrian Bolliger from Detwiller. Adrian.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian Bolliger. I work for Detwiller, and I'm heading up the European organization. So for a long time, everyone has been talking about the cloud, about centralization of data and application. But nowadays, we rather talk about a hybrid approach, about edge cloud, because more and more data are proceed locally close to the source. And now, that's the solution we have here is our showcase we run together with our partners. Here we have a hot ISO concept. That means we separate the cold from the warm air. I will show you now afterwards what it means internally for this data center. The size from this data center is roughly 50 square meters, 40 kilowatt, or 40 servers within 6 racks. And that's a typical solution we provide for our small and medium customers based on their requirements. But let's go now inside, and I will quickly show you what it's in. Here we can see the in-row water cooling system. This cooling system cools down all the warm air or the hot air caused by the servers in the middle gear in the red zone. We will see afterwards. Beside that, we run our DCIM system. DCIM system means the Data Center Infrastructure Management System. Here we can show all parameters from the equipment, such as temperature, for example. We can also use that system, or we can access to that system from externally. And we can also inform, for example, a PICA organization if we have a problem, and we can then have a look that the PICA organization can go on-site to fix that issue. And that's a typical solution we use for such a data center. Then on the back here, we operate or we have a power supply system to run that data center. We have it twice for redundancy reason, both in back of the corner. Here we have a Siemens system as a security system, for example, for the access control, but also for the surveillance system. But I will not go more in details. My colleague from Siemens will afterwards do that. Now let's go in the middle gear, where the red zone, where the hot air is coming from. So here we are in the center of the data center. So that's the hot area here. And on the right side here, you can see all the cables we wired up to connect our servers, our equipments. They are tightly laid so that we can really easily add some new cables, add some new equipments or servers. And this really simplifies also the work from our certified electrician. And that's a modular system, as you can see. Here, we have from inside the view on our in-row cooling or water cooling system. Another tool, as I quickly mentioned at the beginning, is the surveillance camera here from Siemens. And we can easily add some new camera if needed. So as you can see here, that's our data center, that's our comprehensive solution we provide to our customers on a modular base. Once the size is here or the space is built, we can easily set up such a solution within 2 or 3 days based on your requirements. I will hand over now to my colleague, Alessandro.
Hi. My name is Alessandro Rotteloria. I am the CEO of GERG, and I represent it in the Underground Data Center Consortium. At GERG, we contribute to the UDC consortium with our multidisciplinary and integrated expertise devoted to design sustainable geoenergy solutions for present and future built environments. 40% of the electricity consumption of data centers is associated with their cooling. Cooling data centers is necessary because massive amounts of heat are continuously rejected in such environments by most of the electrical power that is needed to deal with data they're in. This cooling is needed 24/7 and must avoid excessive overheating of critical information technology equipment. Conventional data centers are characterized by 2 main challenges. Number 1, reduction of energy consumption. Number 2, enhancement of environmental sustainability. In the following, I will have the pleasure to show you how we resolved these problems. Building data centers underground allow to benefit from a constant and optimal environmental conditions, that allow to reduce the energy consumptions for cooling these environments. Through this approach and the design of a highly efficient cooling plant, we are capable to provide our customers with multiple opportunities. As my colleague Adrian Bollinger previously mentioned, the first opportunity is associated with a highly energy efficient terminal cooling plant that allows to achieve optimal performance and minimize energy consumption. The second advantage associated with our data centers is the use of cutting-edge geothermal systems that allows to absorb waste heat produced by the operation of these environments, deliver it to buildings, and therefore meet their massive thermal energy consumption. In this way, we transform data centers in energy prosumers, not only consumers of energy, but also producers of energy. For situations in which data centers are located in locations where buildings are not available or other energy consumers are not available, our geothermal system still allows to cool data centers down 24/7. In this way, irrespective of whether we have groundwater available at sites or not, our systems work. Our total approach aims to tackle a rational utilization and reutilization of energy to provide you with data centers that are reliable, resilient, high performance, and environmentally friendly. Now, let me pass my word to my colleague, Beat Schmidt from Siemens, who will introduce you to the contribution of Siemens to the UDC consortium.
Look at all these technology here, surrounded by this massive rock in the test gallery in Hagerbach. Isn't it exciting? Hello, good afternoon, and a warm welcome also from my side. My name is Beat Schmid, and I do represent Siemens within the UDC consortium. We from Siemens complement the consortium with our know-how, with our technologies, with our products, the solution, and the services. And this in the fields of security, protection, cooling, and of course, at the end of the day, also the energy supply and distribution within the data center. Looking at this discipline holistically and combining with your requirements, I'm sure that we can make a difference together. Together, we also can start with the planning. And the planning, of course, we can also do with the BIM, the Building Information Methodology, as well. Then later on, we do execute the projects for you. And last but not least, we do the service. Those services are done by our people physically on site, or it can also be done digitally and remotely from outside. I'm sure that with this, we can guarantee an excellent operation over the whole life cycle of your data center. But let's start and look first into the security. So what comes up in your mind if you talk about security in data center? Cybersecurity, isn't it? But also physical security is of high importance. It starts with perimeter protection outside and also inside, which is very much aligned with a very good access control concept and works in harmony with an intrusion system. The security is rounded up with a state-of-the-art video surveillance management system. With this, we can ensure that your data center and the data are always very well protected of intruders, for example. But as important as security is also the protection of your data, and especially against fire. So if we talk about fire, then maybe your data center and your building is protected or insured against a case of fire. But an effect or event of fire can be dramatically to the operation of your data, the availability and the downtime of your data center. So this is why a very early smoke detection is of high importance. For this, we use our smoke aspiration system, shortly called ASDs, which do detect very, very small particles of smoke very, very early. With this, you can be warned early enough, and later an extinguishing system can be triggered. Our gas extinguishing systems, they extinguish a fire in very, very short time. And with this, we can guarantee that you are soon as possible back to operation and can provide your customers with the necessary services. So what else? All this here needs to be supplied with electrical energy, isn't it? And we from Siemens, we have the solutions, the technology from mid to low voltage products to supply it with the right electrical energy anytime. So this guarantees that you can have always enough energy and operate your data center underground as well. But last but not least, this is the heart of the data center, and it needs to be cooled so that it doesn't overheat and you can always have your services. So we from Siemens have the solutions, the products with our HVAC system to regulate, monitor the temperature and coordinate all this together to minimize the operating cost to a very low level and have always the right temperature in the data center. To sum up, together with our consortium partner, you can see that we put the bits and bytes together and we master it to your requirements. And with this, I'm sure we can make the difference for you and for your customer. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hand over to Klaus.
During the last couple of minutes, we have learned what benefits the underground space is providing to underground data centers and how we can design them in a secure, energy efficient, and state-of-the-art way. Now we have presented the concept to you. We're eager to engage with you and get your feedback about this concept. For doing so, we will use the tool Mentimeter. My colleague Antonia will explain in detail how that will work. Over to you, Antonia.
Thanks, Klaus. Indeed, we're very curious about your reactions to our prototype. And maybe you have some questions or opinions about our concept. Please log in now to menti.com. You see the QR code on the screen. You can do that on your mobile phone or on a secondary browser. The live audience can also participate. The code is hanging on the gate. We'll wait till everyone's logged on. And we have a couple of questions ready for you to actually confirm some of the statements that we have presented to you here today and of our concept. So I hope you're logged on to menti.com now. I hope you have been able to scan the QR code. And I'm opening up to the first question. Underground data centers can save valuable space on the surface and benefit the environment. You have here the option now on a sliding bar to indicate your opinion on this. As you see, from strongly agree on the right to disagreeing on the left. Please enter your answers now. Sometimes there's a bit of a lag, so we will give it a little bit of time for the answers to trickle in. Underground data centers can save valuable space on the surface and benefit the environment. Again, disagreeing is on the left and agreeing on the right, and use the scale sliding bar. Everybody cue in your answers now. Perfect, they're coming in. Excellent. There's no right nor wrong, of course, but we would like to get your feedback. Our consortium's studies and investigations on our prototype have shown that we, in fact, can save valuable space on the surface and benefit the environment. And I see from the answers that there is a majority of you who are also thinking and agreeing to this statement. Okay, so I think we should leave that. We've had 10 answers, 11, they're still coming in, so if we can have the slide once more up in a second, then we can see We're not sure how many people are managing to log on to Menti right now. Okay, but maybe, yes, more of you are agreeing. That's perfect. Thank you for your confidence and trust in this concept, which we're really excited to share with you today. So I'll move to the next question. Underground data centers have a large potential of energy savings. Our solution, in fact, reduces the demand by 20%. Does this solution help and support your business? So we've shown you how our cooling solution, in fact, can achieve really very significant energy savings. So please put in again your answer on the sliding bar. It works the same way as in the previous question. Perfect, yeah. Answers are coming in. Excellent. Unfortunately, I cannot see here in the system where you're answering from, but I assume we have an audience from all over Europe and probably Asia and hopefully even worldwide. Yeah, excellent. I think, again, here we have several answers largely agreeing with our statement. And now to the third question. Do you have any questions about the concept in general or to the partners? You've seen here we have represented everyone from Detweiler to Siemens to Amberg Engineering and to GEOEC, as well as, of course, SCAUT as the umbrella organization. So you're very welcome to answer questions, to pose questions, or if you're interested in any additional information. We're waiting 1 second. There's a question coming in already. Maybe we can answer that meanwhile. Is this concept already on the market? I would like to hand this question over to Klaus from SCAUT, or should Adrian Bolliger, sorry, from Detweiler.
So we are starting now to provide this solution on the market within the next couple of weeks and months. We already get some interest from around the world, so that means we are soon ready on the market.
Excellent. Thank you, Adrian. Indeed, we're getting a lot of good response, and we're really gearing up to be discussing together with potential clients, with potential partners, to really take this to the next level. I have here a couple of comments. Somebody saying the concept seems very sound. Thank you. Somebody else is saying this is the only solution to protect nature. Respect. Thanks for that as well. Any other further comments or questions from the audience? You can put them in Menti right now.
Can I ask a question?
If you have any questions, or you can also, of course, always refer to our website, which you see on the QR code behind me, where we have also uploaded our latest brochure, which describes the concept in detail. And I'm waiting for more questions, but I think it seems that we have been able to really make it quite understandable to you what we're trying to do here in the prototype, how we've developed it, how it works, how it functions. So it's then time for me to thank you for your participation in this polling survey and to hand back over to my colleague Klaus.
Thank you very much for your comments and the questions. We really appreciate this positive feedback. As you can see on the slide, we are a one-stop shop and provide you with the full project cycle for your turnkey data center.
Amberg Engineering is all about a smart use of space. So in that sense, we very much endorse the concept of edge computing underground. And we really want to realize data centers jointly with you below the surface to gain new perspectives, to gain energy savings, and to save land on the surface.
With that wireless experience, we can provide such a turnkey solution based on your requirements.
At JREG, we foster new uses of the underground, and we transform data centers into energy sources.
We're from Siemens, and I can promise you that our teams will be delighted to show their passion and make the difference together with you and become your preferred partner.
We encourage you to get in touch with us and to discuss your ideas about underground data center to be executed together. With this, we will close today's session. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope we could convince you about the benefits of placing data centers underground. If you're interested and want to know more about edge computing underground, visit our website, follow us on LinkedIn, or drop us a message. We look forward to collaborating with you. All the best and stay safe.